I'm not generally one for trendy items, but I kept seeing this pan come up in my feeds for years. That got me wondering, is the Always Pan 2.0 by Our Place truly worth it? I recently got one of these pans to try out here in my home kitchen and find out. In this review, I'll show you everything I cooked with it. I'll take a look at how non-stick it really is, check out what it's like to clean up, as well as what you get in the package, which is more than your average pan. I'd also like to say a quick thank you to Our Place for providing me with a pan at no charge. Though the company did gift one to me, it didn't ask for or receive permission to have any input into my review, and I got to test it out how I wanted, so you can consider these thoughts on my own. I chose the 2.6 quart pan in the blue salt color. It's just under 20 inches in length and the pan diameter itself is about 10 inches. It's just under 3 inches deep and almost 6 inches high inside with the lid on. One of the first things I noticed about the pan itself is how really lightweight it feels. Weighing in at just 3 pounds, it actually seems almost too light, and it makes me wonder if that's going to lead to burnt or scorched food. I'll report back when I get to my cooking tests. Included in every package is the 9-inch steamer basket, which has 2 handles and tiny feet that sits inside the pan. There's also an 11-inch beechwood spatula, and in another clever bit of design engineering, the pan is designed to hold the spatula securely along the handle with a tiny post and notch. Very clever. The pan has a deeply tinted exterior with a slightly pebbly texture. On the inside is a putty-colored non-stick coating called Thermokind. Our Place says this is a proprietary non-stick ceramic coating made without potentially toxic materials like PFAS, lead, or cadmium. The company also promises that this coating should last about 50% longer than comparable products. Now, importantly, it's oven safe up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit if you want to use it for stovetop to oven recipes. The premise of this pan is that it can replace a lot of other pots, pans, and accessories in your kitchen. Our Place says it braises, sears, steams, strains, sautés, fries, boils, bakes, and even serves. Cooking and cleanup is a snap. Now that you know what you're getting, let's start putting it to the test. One of the first tests I like to do with a product like this is to try doing something as simple as frying an egg. Anybody who's ever tried this in a traditional pan knows what a sticky mess it can be, and even if you have other non-stick cookware, it can be a challenge to get eggs to release cleanly. Watch what happens when I put eggs into the Always Pan 2.0. Even from the get-go, the pan lets the eggs slide around easily. I've added a little butter here, but you can see it is remarkably non-stick. It probably goes without saying with non-stick cookware that you should never use metal inside them. That's why the pan comes with a beechwood spatula, and of course you can also use soft silicone too. I am a little puzzled about why the steamer basket is made of metal and doesn't have any kind of silicone feet on it to protect the pan when using the basket, but that's a question I guess I'll have to ask the company. Since we're on the topic of the steamer basket, I used it to steam vegetables and found it's actually a great way to steam a lot of vegetables quickly because you can spread them out in a single layer. Then when it's time to remove them, just lift the basket out and serve. I also tried the pan on honey glazed carrots. This can be a sticky mess in a regular pan, but the Always Pan 2.0, the glaze here did not burn and the pot came clean right after. These tests may make you wonder if the pan is any good at browning meat, and I found it is. I cooked up a batch of taco beef in the pan and was able to get a lovely brown on it, then used that same pan to simmer the sauce in. The final test I tried was a stovetop to oven recipe. It's incredibly convenient to be able to sear meat on the stovetop, then pop the whole pan into the oven to complete the cooking process. One thing I will point out here is because the entire pan is made of metal, it's going to get hot. The handles, knob, and lid are all made of metal, so make sure you use something like a kitchen towel so you don't burn yourself. When it comes to the cleanup, it's pretty remarkable how easy it is to clean. Almost everything just rinses away, but a dish rag or softly scrubby sponge was easily able to remove any residue with just a light wipe. Our Place doesn't recommend you put the pan in the dishwasher and that you also don't use scouring pads or abrasive cleaners. You should also use low to medium heat to preserve the nonstick coating and never heat an empty pan. Always use a high smoke point oil and avoid aerosol cooking sprays, plus never use metal utensils. Overall, this pan has really wowed me, and I can't believe it's taken me so long to actually try one out. Let's take a look at both the pros and the cons of this pan so you can see if it might be right for you. On the pro side, the pan is quite versatile and could easily replace a couple of pots and pans for you. The non-stick coating is beyond effective and absolutely nothing sticks in this pan. Of course, that also makes it incredibly easy to clean. I like the design and size of this pan as it's good for everything from cooking for a family to just whipping up a quick meal for one or two. Plus, because it is so light in weight, it's easy to move it from stovetop to oven even when it's full of food. So what are the potential downsides? I am a bit concerned about the metal steamer basket potentially scratching the base of the pan over time and would love to see those little feet coated in a silicone sock. I also think that potentially creating a version of this pan with a beautiful wooden handle to keep it cool might be another way to take this product to the next level. Despite those thoughts, I am really happy with the Always Pan 2.0 from Our Place, and I can definitely recommend it for you. I like mine so much, I'm already shopping for Our Place's perfect pots as well. The 10-inch Always Pan 2.0 from Our Place sells for about $125 US, and you can get it from Our Place or even from Amazon. And if you're looking to up your game in the kitchen, I have reviewed plenty of gadgets and appliances. Check out a couple of those reviews right now.